So today we're going to be looking at the best players under 500,000 coins. We're going to start from the lowest and work our way up. Obviously there is a lot of players to go with in these specific markets. In this one I am going to specifically look mainly towards the 500 to say 250 mark, because we will do another video kind of really diving into the under 100k, the under 200k very soon before team of the season comes. Now the reason why I want to do this is because there is a lot of players that do get missed. And at this point where we're going to have team of the season that will rock the complete market, you want to be as liquid as possible. So maybe getting rid of a couple of million coin players, if they are tradable, might be the best way forward. So with these, there is a lot of players that can be good right now and also good with an evolution. Ledley King, I think, is a standard one. When it comes to centre-backs, we've got a lot of nice options. Virgil van Dijk is another fantastic option there. When you see what this card can do, obviously with his defending physical, he's got his 88 pace. It's a solid card, as well as the 5-star weak foot, which is a nice added bonus. And you've got a solid amount of playstyles. It's not necessarily the biggest one with a playstyle, but most definitely will do enough. And the problem you have with a lot of cards at the minute, there's so many evolutions, it's unreal. So if you're looking for coins, check in the description for El Dorado. Depending on the coin amount that you're looking for, the delivery time is displayed on the website, and you'll see lots of different trusted sellers with reviews on specifics and also the ability to be able to pick who you want. It will also show how much they have in stock, and obviously you can see that they are verified members. There is 100% refund ability and also 24/7 support if you need any questions with your coin needs. Also, if you head over to Trustpilot as well, you can see over 30,000 upvotes for them. You can see how reliable they are. Obviously great feedback across the entire board with El Dorado. So when on checkout, make sure you are using the code JT11 for 5% off your order every time. Discount code JT11. Now let's get back to the video. When we look at, for instance, someone like a Virgil, if you wanted to just do it this way, obviously the way I would have personally done it with Virgil is you could put him into the, I think it's the backline boss. I want to say it was one of them ones with the grass root, because it basically gave you the anticipate. Now, obviously from here, you could then go ahead and put him into, there was another one that I went instead. It was an extra double play style plus, I think it was De Kaiser, I want to say. And then I think that was all I could get. So you could get him to a 92. This is coming from like a 20-something K card. Now, obviously, both of these evolutions are expired. But this is the chance that you could have made one of your centre-backs. And like we said, you can obviously have done that with somebody else as well. So you could do it with the president. There is a lot of evolutions that could come from that. And as you'll see when you do go into the popular, from Virgil van Dijk to Saliba to Blanc, Koyunde, Van Dijk again, Rio. So many options you could choose to be able to do that. Next up on the list, Gavi. Lovely foot birthday, 92 rated. Definitely had a better upgrade since his previous, but the one thing I liked with the 88 was he already had that 99 on the dribbling. Now, not necessarily going to be an evolution for everything for him, but there's going to be chances that do upgrade him slowly. So if you wanted to go away from obviously the other version and try and upgrade this one, it's possible at some point. Obviously, they were going to stop him getting as much upgrade as possible because he already had that 99 dribbling. They couldn't then give him 90-something pace, 90-something shooting. It was going to happen a little bit at a time, but I must admit they've done really well with this 92. He's still got 93 dribbling, which is fantastic. Got the anticipate, the tiki-taka, a few play styles. It's probably the only weakness I've got from him. He's got the 5-5, some decent rolls, but it is just the lack of play styles that could cause the card to be lower than the 100k mark. Throwing in a bit of tell, I think he's going to be great with an evolution. Obviously, you've got a few in this upgrade, which, how can we have minuses? Why can we have minuses? That makes no sense. So I'm assuming, I don't even know. Why would we get a minus attack in position? And that makes no sense. So clearly it's just bugged. But regardless, you go up to the 92 with him. May not be the best evolution right now. We've only got the first 90. So like I always suggest with any of these cards, don't just jump for the first evolution. There is normally 1, 2, 3 before you get that strike force evolution coming in. We have Lazarazu. There is a lot of left backs, and I think he is definitely one of them that is cheap enough to get in and you can do a pretty decent job with. The Rapid Plus, if you're looking for an attacking wing back. You've obviously then got the Slide Tackle Plus, which is accompanied by some very good stats, some decent rolls, and a very good amount of play styles. The Anticipate, the Quick Step, block, whipped pass, long pass. It's a very good card. We know at the end of the game, him and also Bon Pastor just come out of nowhere. Last year they did really well with their generation cards. Obviously the 95, even to be fair, the fantasy was a massive upgrade that really worked in their favours in my opinion. Ruben Diaz is another one. Like we said, centre backs wise, we have definitely not got a lack of. It seems to be an abundance of centre-backs that we could choose from. Militao, Diaz, Virgil, Yoro, Diaz obviously, Stones his SBC with an evolution, Yap, Stam, Lucio. There's so many you can go with. Now obviously the foot birthdays are going to have the added bonus of a 5-star weak foot. It's not necessarily a need. I don't think you need it massively. I think you could get away with 3-star weak foot still, because realistically as a centre-back, you're trying to get rid of the ball, but having that extra composure, a little bit of passing, a bit of composure on the ball, it will go wonders in some aspects. You maybe don't lose the ball in them off chances. Maybe they control it that slight bit better. It could just be that extra. So 150k I think is well worth looking into. We then also have Diaby. Great super sub right now. I don't know if I'd quite say he is a main team player. So if you are looking for somebody to add a bit of extra flair to it, the quick step, the press proven. It's a shame he didn't get any sort of finesse, but that could be a future move for him. But to be fair, he's in quite a lot of the promos. He's got himself into the track star, got into the winter wildcard, and then into the foot birthday as well. He's done pretty well to keep himself in there. So I can imagine he more than likely will see himself maybe in a team of the season or at least in a footies after. He's got 12 assists, 3 goals. I mean, it's not the worst to maybe reach the Saudi team of the season, which is going to be very interesting to see what the difference is to this year. Next up, we have got a bit of DeMarco, another left back. We've got him and also Teo battling it out for the 170 to the 190k mark. Now, obviously, DeMarco is a lot of people's fan favourites. If you're running a Serie A team, you've got both of the options here. So it depends on if you need the links for Napoli. Is it Napoli or is it Inter? Inter. Don't know why I had to question that. I did think, has Napoli got theirs? I'm trying to think. Is Dybala's Roma now? Insigne's gone. Who's Napoli anymore? Oh, of course, they have got the badge back. But to be fair, pretty good card as well, actually. It kind of works out for both. But when you're looking at the difference between Teo and DeMarco, depending on what you personally like, I do like the jockey. I think that's a great playstyle plus. The Deadball Plus is not my personal favourite, so I think that's where, for me, DeMarco just falls at the hurdle. Now, obviously, with a bit of Teo Hernandez, his evolutions have run out at the moment, but it doesn't mean they're gone forever. I've managed to get my one up a little bit, and I cannot remember which ones I've used. But he has got up. Say if we go to the 90, for instance, that's kind of where he's at. I'm pretty sure he's like a 90, 91 at the moment. He's got maybe he's got the incisive, but in terms of the upgrade, this is what you're kind of looking at if you've been rocking the Teo for quite some time. And to be honest, I have got Sakina, who's kind of the ultimate partner with him. She's just above the 500k mark, but again is an option that you could go for. I think she's kind of been teetering down and above around the 500 mark, which I can imagine in the future will drop down massively during Team of the Season. And it's going to be interesting to see all of these prices if you come back in a month's time once we get into the second week of Team of the Season to see where these players are now, and maybe we do a follow-up video on the 500k mark to see how many Team of the Seasons are always in there. Vinny has got himself his first evolution for his 90, which is obviously the same one as Tell, and most definitely does the business for him. He's got himself the quick step and the finesse. It is a bit of shame if you have done, like myself, the player of the month, because unfortunately I kind of miss out on this one now. As much as I would want to go with that 92, the amount of fodder that I put in for this 91, it is a potential that I could go and obviously do that and upgrade him if I really wanted to. He's coming in at 205. Obviously, that's going to be a little bit more of an up price. As you'll see, he did drop down to about 119 and has gone up since because of this evolution. And I want to say he was the top one for it. He may be gone down a little bit in this popular Yeah, as I say, to be fair, not many people are doing it because it is a few days old, but Salah, obviously, Ginola, all of them are going to be in it as well. But Vinny, solid option. We have obviously got a Gerrard review on the channel as well. If you go check that out, I'll leave it in the description or something. Beautiful card. I think for the price that you're paying, a great triple play star plus, which is what a lot of these immortal icons will have, is having that triple play star plus for right this second is fantastic. When you go in a week or 2 weeks time, once Team of the Season is here, it's not going to be as great because all of the Team of the Seasons will have them as well. So that's where the uniqueness is great for right now. It's definitely going to run out soon. So I'm trying not to put too much emphasis on the fact that he's got the triple play star plus, because in literally a week or two's time, everybody will do. So you're going to see him drop massively, but a brilliant card nonetheless. Power shot, which is very nice in the attacking option. Incisive, which is perfect. And a bit of intercept for the defensive. It's a great triple play style plus. Plus all the rest, the stats, the rolls, everything I like from Gerrard, to be honest. Same with Marquisio. I think he's got a nice upgrade. It's one of them ones with Marquisio that I think he was definitely better previously, but it's a nice upgrade to take with him. He's got the 5-5, incisive, and obviously tiki-taka, which is good. Seeing as though he had nothing, it works pretty well. And obviously he's only coming in at 260, which is always nice. He can rock into that Serie A team and do a bit of business. Beckenbauer, another midfielder, to be honest, at 270. Purely from a new card's perspective, the jockey and intercept, two great defensive playstyle pluses. A long ball pass for the extra passing option. Yes, he's going to be more defensive mid rather than centre mid, and I think that's absolutely fine. As a brand new player into the game, if you wanted to give him a go, you've obviously got the loan that you can utilise, but 270 really isn't that bad. And I think you've got the 96, which has obviously got the anticipate rather than the intercept. Whether you'd prefer that in a DM or centre-back role, he is only 5'11", so I would probably anticipate that he's going to be more DM than centre-back, but it could be a nice option to go with. We then throw in a bit of Eto, which, again, like everybody else, is starting to get upgrades, which is always nice. The quick step into the finesse is a phenomenal playstyle plus that you can add, and Eto is already a dangerous striker without that, let alone then adding a little bit extra for him. Hence why the upgrade of price has gone up dramatically in these past few weeks, because we know that we are going to get a monster evolution, even more so now we're getting into the 90s. So Eto is always worth having a look at. Same as Dumfries, as much as a lot of pros use him, and I think he is a phenomenal right back. You've obviously got a limited amount of right backs that you'd probably choose, and clearly the pros have kind of stuck themselves on Dumfries, already having the likes of Virgil van Dijk in the centre-back role, having then a Theo Hernandez as the favoured left-back, throwing in one or two more either Dutch players or obviously Serie A players is quite easy, to be honest. So you're naturally going to get him into an upgrade as well at some point, and it's going to be a very, very nice one to see. It's just a shame he has got that relentless going in there as well, but phenomenal in the price, and that is what you're going to get back from him. Schneider, and again, I quite like him as a cam. I think he's pretty decent with the incisive and tiki-taka. Very much like a lot of cams in general. I think for me, I always like the Brunos, the KDBs, the Schneiders, somebody that is tricky. A Cole Palmer is another great option. You've obviously got a solid amount of agility balance. The dribbling overall is looking pretty good. Great passing. A bit of physicality. It's not necessarily my go-to. I normally like a little bit of shooting if we can get that, and a bit of pace, and that's really all I need. Alongside an incisive, maybe then either a shoot and play style plus, or at least something like a technical, a first touch, a press proven to get the ball and hold it. If you can have that, you just put him in the middle and let him do the business. It's absolutely wonderful to see. Kylian Mbappe, another one, under 500,000 coins now. Now, obviously, if you've got him, you know how good this card is from day dot. I've had him for literally since the second week in. I managed to get him. I think I paid for him, and then I got him untradeable. I've had him in the team since that day, and to be honest, he still does it. He's kind of out the team at the moment, but he always comes on as a super sub, and to be honest, it doesn't matter who you throw at him. He's naturally that good. Mbappe is like an R9 of the game. And same with like a Virgil. It doesn't matter the point of the game. He's always going to be very meta relevant because that's how they've coded him into the game. He just is better than everybody else. And if you can upgrade the version through the many upgrades of Mbappe that we've got, phenomenal. but it will always come back to the gold, and the gold is still always perfect, let alone when we do get an upgrade for him. We're on 90s at the moment. At some point, they will have to give us an evolution for him, and at that point, if you haven't got any of these upgrades, you might as well go for it. And I'm here for that day. Same with the Eusebio. I think he's got the exact same kind of body. Obviously, he's got only the 95 at the moment. But as same as Mbappe, once we get into them 91s and 92s, every gold card will be available in an evolution at some point. That's always going to be the interesting one, because obviously at the moment we've got the 90s, we've got a lot of the 89s, but the 91s, the Putellas, the obvious Mbappe, the Eusebios, and many, many more, we have got no evolutions for them yet. That's going to be the big one, which is going to be during Team of the Season. Hansen, another great option. To be honest, I don't care what version you get of her. She's always fantastic. Obviously, the 90 is going to be into evolutions now as well. Same as the Sala 90 as well, or 89. She's going to be able to get in there. And I think most definitely, as much as you can get in, you definitely take the mile. She's 50k extinct at the moment because she is a phenomenal ball player. Again, like Mbappe, she's just made to be brilliant. And most definitely, every single time is. Butra, another fantastic one. He kind of, I wouldn't say fell off, because I do think Butra's always been very meta relevant, but most definitely in previous years, we've seen the 5-5 just do wonderful things, and then the 97 was even more incredible. But I do think with this one, he's good. He's just waiting for that next upgrade to take him. He's always been that middleman. You've got your R9s, your Eusebios, your Pelés, then you've had your Eto'os, your Drogbas, your Cantonars. Butra's always in that zone, and I think he's just hovering around the bottom at the moment, kind of like the Eto'o just hasn't had the upgrade yet. Butra's had an upgrade, but he just needs now another one to get him going, but still a phenomenal one that I've put him in twice. We have a Grimaldo. Now, there is a few Team of the Years that you can obviously get, Lucy Bronze being another. You can get obviously the goalkeeper for cheaper, but for Grimaldo, the quick step, slide tackle, whipped pass, it's a very good Playstyle Plus card. He's very much an attacking wing-back if you've ever seen one. And I think he offers a load. I think Team of the Year this year has been phenomenal to get the cards actually in the team, and then you can see a difference in them. Now, obviously, we are starting to catch them up. As we get into Team of the Season, you naturally find that Team of the Years have found their level. They've been very meta-relevant since Team of the Year came out, and they have been so above the power curve. It's been unbelievable, and slowly they are going to start coming out during Team of the Season. Another card that I think is fantastic for the value, 418,000 for a 94 Gerd Muller. He's a stunning card, great pace, great shooting, great dribbling, obviously the triple shooting playstyle plus as well. Obviously, you would like a quick step maybe and take away the power shot, but I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. You've got the power shot for the long distance, the finesse for outside the box, and the low driven for inside. I mean, it's a perfect shooting playstyle plus card. And not only that, you've got to think with a Gerd Muller and a card like this, is that at some point 94s will be able to be evolved. And I know I'm thinking way above at the moment, like we're talking after footies. They go up normally, well, last year only, we go up to a quadruple playstyle plus during footies. Who's to say that Gerd Muller doesn't get another upgrade and you could get a quick step on this card, taking him up to that 97, 98. This would be a phenomenal investment for the future if you wanted to test him out. Whether that is the case that you want to do that, it's all up to you, but still a phenomenal card for right now as well. I love a bit of Alvarez. I think he's another one that is fantastic, and to be honest, is a little hard done by this year. We obviously got the beautiful card of the 92 that was out very, very early in the game, and then we've kind of just been waiting. We got an inform, which, to be honest, was a bit dead, to be honest, but then we got the 94. Finesse, press proven, absolutely love it. He's always got the pace. He normally can play pretty much most positions on the attacking role. If he could get a left or right wing as well, he'd probably still work out decent enough. Then we move into a Gareth Bale, coming in at 430. To be honest, I was expecting him to kind of hold off a little bit. We can see him slowly plateauing a little bit. He kind of came down as a big crash. He was, coming in at 630, 650, and then drops himself down to 430. Like I said with most of them, if they don't have the triple play star plus, they don't stand out as much. Now, obviously, with Bale, the nostalgic value of him of being a left back is always going to be quite nice. And the fact that he is more packable than his 94 is going to work for something, but he is naturally going to be a cheaper icon, no matter the name, no matter what stats he does possess. Elise is always a great one. I think he's had multiple evolutions that you could have done with the 89. And to be honest, I probably would have worked towards more of that anyway. Just because obviously if you went for this one, you've got yourself your rapid and finesse. And to be honest, it's not necessarily that much better or that much worse than this card. And you, A, can get him for cheaper, but then also, I mean, technically not now with the extinction, but if you got him prior, like, I want to say I've got him actually, but I've just not done anything with him. But to say that you're getting rid of that trickster, I'm not a massive fan, so depending on if you personally prefer it, it's one of them ones. But I do think if you can manage to get this card from any of the campaign picks you've done, it's going to be well worth maybe evolving him rather than joining up for the 91. We then also have Valverde that, to be honest, I'm surprised he went under 1 million coins. Now, I really do think this card is absolutely fantastic. They could have added a bit of better benefits. I think a defensive playstyle plus would have been so much better, which I think they will do from going into a team of the season if he does manage to get one. Obviously, the playstyles are looking pretty good. The power shot, the ping pass, as well as all of the stats are always fantastic for Valverde. And I was surprised that the price was just taken off him, like quite literally. You can see over the weekend he was coming in at the 1.3, and within 2 days dropped to 540. I really thought he was a lot better than that, but then to be fair, we have had a lot of centre mids that do the same sort of level. Kaka, it's going to be more of another evolution kind of basis. You're going to see him with the 92, and as we do go into more 90s, he will get another evolution case as well, just to kind of match up to this one, because this is a beautiful card to say the least. He's obviously got the finesse, the rapid, and the low driven. It's a beautiful card. I mean, if you can get him anywhere near this sort of level, obviously the 89 has had a few evolutions as well in the past, but nothing that has taken him to that triple playstyle plus as of yet. But he is going to get there very soon. Now coming on to the final few of these cards, as you can tell, we're getting into more of the expense. Anaki Williams, speaking about his brother, Nico Williams, the new kid on the block, 450 with the rapid and first touch. Now obviously a triple play star plus would be nice for him, but having the 5-5, the ability for the wing, if you've managed to pack him, I would say he's kind of better. I would say anybody above 400, unless they are of a certain level, I would possibly say they could be a bit of a miss out until we see what team of the season does bring, because we are in that limbo period where everybody's getting a lot of the icons. There's a lot of hype for the triple play style plus. We get lost in the sauce at the moment and think, okay, well, 450 for Nico is brilliant. He's got the 99 pace and 94 dribbling, forgetting the level that the team of the season's come in at. I don't know, did he get one last year? I mean, he got a 91. Obviously, it was these cards that just took it to that next level. But even the team of the seasons, if you look at La Liga in general, there were so many top ends by it. If we go by version, we should be able to see team of the season. Can we click team of the season? Just click normal team of the season. Like, we see this as the normal team. The triple play style plus is on everybody pretty much. I don't think anybody didn't have them. So you got triple play style plus on everybody. Everybody's like 92, 93 and above. This year I think it's going to be 93 and 94, maybe even going into 95 and above, because the levels are just so much there. If you think of what we had during Foot Birthday, like so many players above the 93, 94, they're going to have to be very close to the end, like even the Dream Chasers. So many, like you can't have a Valverde be just a 95 or a 96. He's got to be in that 97, 98 range. So I think the leveling of this is going to be very interesting to see what they do, unless they class a 96 with a triple playstyle plus a massive upgrade on top of the 94. I don't know where they're going with that, but it will be interesting to see in the next week or two where that goes. Mia Hamm, another cracking one at 93. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk with this 89, with the ability to go into some of the evolutions. She has been absolutely phenomenal, but still, the 93 is still a fantastic striker if you've ever used her. She's definitely a little bit lower than what the 89 is coming in at just because of the playstyle pluses, but most definitely the 94 is there as well. She's still very, very good if you did manage to get her. I also love McAllister. I think as a midfielder, he was brilliant. If you could add a triple playstyle plus to him, I don't know whether he's going to get a team of the season, whether he does or doesn't, even if it is just a moments, that could be worth the upgrade, but at the minimum, I would be looking at the grassroots to maybe upgrade in the near future as well. Another good striker in the obvious, Drogba, 92 rated from the grassroots. I think the base really took the sting out, because naturally he was always very meta relevant to start with. And then we waited a while. Like, Grassroots was quite a few months to get the next upgrade or installment from Drogba, meaning we didn't have too long to kind of just have everybody else in that spot. So it was like we got evolutions by that point. We had icon SBCs by that point. We already had a striker in mind. A lot of people had your Mbappe's, your Strike Force, your Team of the Year blueprint that you could have put in for a striker. There'd already been so many options that he was kind of just a little bit too late. Now, I still think he's a phenomenal striker going forward, but I can get why people might not want to upgrade him just this moment. Then we have Martinez, another fantastic option for a striker. Like I say, there is an abundance. Centre-back, strikers, midfielders, wingers, defenders. We've got so many options across every position, across every league, nation, club that are just on that level. And it's why, even when you look at Martinez now, and I think, well, if he gets a team of the season, which looks likely, he's got to be 96 at the minimum. Like a 95 with a triple play style plus is not enough of an upgrade, because then you're going to have all of these cards needing another upgrade in footage with a quadruple playstyle plus. So I'm very interested to see where this first rating goes. And finally, Musiala. I think he's finally got a solid card. Technically, it's not my personal favourite, but I know a lot of people can get on board with it. If only he got an incisive instead or something along them lines, he would be one of the perfect cams for me. Now, Bundesliga has not necessarily been my massive forte this year, but I can understand it as a lot of talent in there, and Musiala is definitely up the top of there with some of the better cards that you've seen throughout this game. The 94 takes the cake though, with the 5-5, the low driven and technical, coming in just shy of 500, and most definitely some decent playstyles across the board, and also some wicked stats. And that is going to be everybody under 500,000. Let me know if there's a budget that you would like to see. And like I said, if we go to a 200, it will be more based around the 200 to 100 mark. As obviously if we do the 500, I'm going to be looking more at the top end. And in other videos, we'll look at different ratings as well.